Hello, my name is Elia DeLeòn. I'm a designer and stylist, owner of Elia DeLeòn Designs, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make these glasses case. I started by downloading the pattern from the Tandy Leather Craft Library. I took this pattern and I added a couple of inches all the way around to make sure that my bigger glasses can fit in it. And then I added a couple slashes here so that it can give us a little dimension like we see here. We are using hair on hide craft cut for this project. One sheet is perfect, it's just enough. We're gonna start by tracing out our project. I'm gonna use the back side. I'll print the pattern out, I'll copy it on a piece of paper, I'll add to it if I wanna make it a little bigger. And yeah, you just kind of take and you tweak, and it's just always good to have a good base to start with, and you can build on that. I love these pens so much. Seriously. Because so I sew fabric also, and we have like tailor's chalk, but there's really nothing for leather, you know, and I love this because it kind of rubs off a little bit if you need to like correct mistakes. That's the scary part about working with leather, is you can't make mistakes. But sometimes I've made mistakes that turn into happy accidents. Pro tip for tracing out a pattern: start out with like a scrap sheet of paper before you transfer it to cardstock. That way you get a few practice rounds out of the way, and then once your pattern is tweaked and modified the way you want it, then you can transfer it on to cardstock. That way it's a more durable pattern for you. Make sure you cover it for safety. Not cover it, but retract it back, because I've had some accidents. And if you didn't, then, you know, you haven't really lived yet. Do even a leather craft, bruh? When you're cutting out your pattern, to avoid mistakes, I prefer to use a straight, a ruler and a rotary cutter. And then the parts that are curved, I prefer to use a scissor because I have a little bit more control when I'm using scissors. I don't know, but I love that sound. It is a fun sound. Our next step is to set this magnetic closure. I love to use a magnetic clasp because if you're not lining a bag or you're doing a simple project, it's just super easy. It's pretty much already finished for you versus some other magnetic clasp that you have to cut out, you know, like a little backing just to finish it off. This pretty much is just easy peasy. Just it's already finished for you. All you have to do is install it. So it's the best thing ever. Pro tip, put your back into it. Cool. So now I'm gonna go in with adhesive tape to make sure that our two pieces are secured. The tape is great. It's really just the best thing ever. It's just gonna hold your project together. It's not gonna stick it permanently, so if you make a mistake, you can rip it apart. It's not really going to ruin your leather. You can go back in with a little more tape on some pieces that you want to move around. It's just really such a versatile product that makes crafting super easy. Yeah, there we go. So this is what we have. Pro tip, stuff your projects with a little bit of tissue so it can give it a little body while you're working. Okay, so our next step is to punch the holes for the rivet. So we're gonna go around marking with a marker. We'll start 1/8 of an inch down, and then 1/8 of an inch in, and then 1/2 an inch apart. Cool, okay. Now that I have all my markings, I'm gonna go ahead and punch holes so that we could set our rivets. Put your back into it. So now that we have our holes punched in, we're gonna go ahead and set our rivets. Boom. And here she is, your glasses case. My name is Elia DeLeòn, and this is how we leather together.